Looks like you got a player of the month today.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche la NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. In these late stages of the season, Doris, all you have to do is look at the standings to see the importance of depth and what it means to these teams.
Well, Kevin, the deeper your team, the more luxury you have of spreading out those minutes. You're trying to minimize injury by not overplaying your stars. Now, teams outside the playoff picture, they don't have that luxury typically.
Now, we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. The star backcourt of Doncic and Irving are out there. P.J. Washington is out there with Daniel Gafford. And it's Green in at the small forward position. So it's San Antonio now. Following the miss by Kyrie Irving. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Doncic with a screen on Jones. And again for three.
And for this franchise now, he's hit the most threes in a single season.
His incredible range stretches out the defense on a nightly basis. It's an invaluable element to this offense. Wembanyama gets the bucket. And with Tim Duncan and David Robinson, Greg, the legendary Spurs big man of days gone by, does that, do you think, add pressure for Victor Wembanyama?
Maybe a bit, but he also has the resources of the same great organization behind him, and that's what'll help.
It's one of the best things about playing with Luka Doncic. He creates a lot of open looks.
Jones, the pass to Mr. Clutch. Wembanyama, a screen on Doncic. Here's Mr. Clutch. No good with the triple. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Passes it to Doncic. There's the triple. San Antonio with the rebound. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
Irving passes to Doncic. Irving against Jones. Wembanyama with the rebound. Here's Mr. Clutch. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
Well, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
On the wing, Doncic. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Spurs leading by 8. Here's Mr. Clutch. This time out he had 44 points. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
San Antonio making a switch here. Collins is checked in. And when it comes to Luka Doncic, he's simply, Greg, one of the best players in the entire game.
No question about it. He's a threat to record a triple-double every time he takes the floor. As versatile and dangerous a player as there is in our league.
Mr. Clutch, and that comes off the assist by Jones. And 12 points for Mr. Clutch.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Jones against Irving. Doncic outside. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
Let's remember, Luka's 6'7", 230, so this guy lethal around the hoop.
And the basket by Johnson.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
59 seconds left to play in the first. Outside Irving. Over Jones. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Doncic. That's 7 points for Kyrie Irving. And it's Jones with the ball for the Spurs. They lead by 7. Here's Mr. Clutch. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. They time it right, they can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
And it's Doncic missing. Spurs have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. To the paint, stolen by Washington. Now, here's Doncic, guarded closely. Collins with some nice D.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through. See if you can get an easy opportunity.
And so it's Dallas with it. It's a 10-point game. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they wanted.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
And so it's San Antonio heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And the three-point shot has been big for them. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Checked in for San Antonio. Jones comes in for Rose. The Mavericks also with a sub. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Hardy. Mavericks trail by 11. Doris, when we look at the Dallas Mavericks, it looks like a team that has shown they want to win now.
Kevin, I think their ownership has never been afraid to pull the trigger on a big trade. The Mavs are not about just making it to the playoffs. This is an organization that seeks the ultimate prize, and that is to win an NBA championship.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Exum. Maxi Kleber is out there with Jones. And it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Lively in its center. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against Brooklyn put on a show. He had 44 points and, as always, was a force on defense, doing whatever he wanted at that end. Some really gaudy numbers from him. A show for the ages. We'll see if he has an encore tonight. Guys?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early. Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Irving. Yep, that one goes. Irving's got 20 points.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's Mr. Clutch. No good from outside. Mavericks trail by 11. Outside Irving. Pass to Lively. Back to Irving. And with the big collisions we see in the paint, and Greg, there are some have argued for changing the charge rule. Did you see that?
You know, there's talk of extending the restricted area. I've even heard some say ban charges by help defenders. I like the former idea. It seems less extreme.
Here's Mr. Clutch. It's rebounded by Dallas. Last time they met was in Dallas.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. Look at the Mavericks. Very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And checking out San Antonio, they're sitting in 5th place.
Yeah, and you know, for the Spurs, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
That one good for 2. Irving's got 24 points.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Doncic. Mr. Clutch's shot is off. And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks, trailing by 10. Over Jones. As he pulls it in. For San Antonio, they've gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%. Mr. Clutch's shot is off. Dallas has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Throws it up high, and Camper throws it down.
Boy, what a feel Luka Doncic brings to the game. This guy always willing to get his teammates involved.
Here's the 3, and he knocks it down. Good looking through there for Mr. Clutch. Mr. Clutch has got 12 points now in the quarter. 1 second left, and that shot was up in time but doesn't go in. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll return shortly.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, it's no secret their bench performance is the big reason for this lead. They got that scoring punch. That's a nice dimension to that offense.
And you take a little weight off the starters. Should keep everybody fresh for the second half. And now, here's the player of the week from both the East and West. The selection for the Western Conference, Anthony Edwards.
How about the Ant-Man's tenacity of late? One of the most consistently productive guys in the league. No surprise he comes out with this award.
And that is...
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
The forwards for him, Johnson and Sohan. Trey Jones out there with Mr. Clutch. And it's Wembanyama in at the 5. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Mr. Clutch's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 8. And usually one of the league leaders in field goal percentage, Doris, Daniel Gafford. What a solid contributor.
Kevin, you love those role players who play within themselves, and that's exactly what Gafford. Gives you an understanding of what his team needs. Rim running, rim protection, and rebounding.
And connects again from distance.
And that last three now ties him for the franchise record for most in a season. You know he's looking for that next one.
You talk about being locked in all year long. Next one sets the franchise record. What a season it's been for him. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Vassell knows where his bread is buttered. He said, I want to excel at the defensive end. When I was at Florida State, you're not going to play if you don't play defense. That stuck with me. You can't control makes and misses, but you can control what you do on the defensive end. Kevin?
Oh, David, I like that mentality. Good for him. Hey, thanks for that story. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Spurs leading by 8. Wembanyama passes to Mr. Clutch. Wembanyama, a screen on Washington. Mr. Clutch's shot is off.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Doncic outside. Back to Gafford. Pass to Irving. Just 5 on the clock. Offline with his 3.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
No problem knocking that one down. And that's now 33 points for Mr. Clutch.
This is unbelievable. He has over half the team's points right now.
Spins. Here's Doncic. Rebound by Sohan.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And once the team to beat in the West, Greg, San Antonio is trying to get back to that level.
Well, they have a great organization, top to bottom. They're smart and battle-tested. I believe these guys will find a way.
On the wing, Doncic. Dallas needs to get off a shot. There's Green with the 3. The rebound by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds now tonight. The pass to Mr. Clutch. There's a minute 40 left to play here in the third. Mavericks trail by 14. Irving passes to Washington. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Down low, stolen by Washington. Now the Mavericks moving it up. And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Dallas calls timeout. Dallas making a switch here. And how about we check the numbers for him?
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Irving drives in. It's good.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
I mean, they've been stepping it up. And
Good! Another from three.
Another three for him. I'm not sure I've ever seen better three-point shooting than what we're witnessing here tonight.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Doncic finds Green. Shot clock at 6. Here's Doncic. Wembanyama with the rebound. Wembanyama has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class-eating.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Here's Doncic. Up and in on the layup.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. It's a 16-point game over Jones. Almost, but it rolls out. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Out of bounds, it'll be Mavericks ball. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. Washington sets the pick for Doncic. Connects again from distance.
And he shattered the franchise single-season high for three-pointers made.
Getting them up and connecting with high volume. He's been a flamethrower all season long. Mr. Clutch's shot is off. Mavericks trail by 13. Irving with it, and it's Johnson picking him up.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
He's competed for every missed shot. Feels like he's quicker to the basketball than anyone else out there. Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
On the wing, Green. He's guarded by Johnson. And here's Doncic from the arc. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
We know this is one aspect that Luka consistently goes to. It's either in the paint or from deep. You've got to guard the long ball.
1:15 left here in the fourth quarter. There's a good screen. Mr. Clutch's shot is off.
He needs to drive to the rim. The shot just not going.
Irving. And another basket for Dallas.
Yeah, the way Kyrie varies his pace, hard for any defender to guess right.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And again for 3.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc.
Well, there is a special nature to Kyrie Irving's ability to answer back with the three.
With his first shot attempt, and he gets the jumper to drop. And the Spurs lead by 10.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. On offense, here are the Spurs. The clock now can just run out for the Spurs. There's the 3. Good! Another from 3.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good competition, but the home...
It's all you, MP.
Let's keep that streak going, kid. Let's get another one.
Let's get this win, MP.
Up next, the Grizzlies take...
Put me on top.
Tonight, the league and all of us here at 2K Sports celebrate Noche Latina, an opportunity to spotlight the amazing Latin culture in the NBA and its global fan base. Brian Anderson here, with me, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Joining us courtside is Allie LaForce. Well, Grant, the playoffs are on the horizon. We're almost there. Can you taste postseason basketball?
I can taste it, I can smell it, I can feel it. There's nothing like the NBA playoffs. The level of basketball is just incredible, and lots of teams have a shot this year, so it'll be fun to see how it all plays out.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Smart and Bain in the backcourt together. Jackson out there with Jaren Jackson, and it's Williams in at the 3 slot.
One of the positive traits about Marcus Smart is that he's not too worried about finding his own shots, but he knows how to add points on the board when you need them.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Last time, 45 points for him. And we're about a minute into the first. Here's the pick. Outside Bain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Richard, when you look at the makeup of the San Antonio Spurs, they do possess some impressive talent.
And it's not just talent, it's young talent, B.A. This is a squad that continues to accumulate some very nice pieces. And, of course, it helps when you get the #1 pick in Victor Wembanyama. Oh, wow, okay, we're going to start the game with 4 straight misses. Look, that's about as rough as it gets. It'll get going soon.
The Spurs have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Johnson passes to Mr. Clutch. Off target from outside.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Jackson finds Smart. Bain against Wembanyama. Stolen by Wembanyama. To the paint. Here's Sohan. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
What a smart pass from Wembanyama. Already adept at scanning the floor and finding open teammates.
Smart passes to Bain. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And Jackson gets double teamed. Pass to Williams. Fires it. And there's Bain. That one's good. The assist from Williams.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game. When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Up top, Jackson. 27 points his last game. Oh, rejected. Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender.
Let's have a look at the teams who have been shooting the ball the most consistently these past 10 games. The Spurs, number 1.
It's been a great run for them, kind of shooting the basketball. You love when multiple guys get into a groove at the same time.
Collins, he's checked in for Wembanyama. Kennard, he's checked in for Memphis. Here's Mr. Clutch. He nails it, and we're tied. Mr. Clutch has got his second bucket of the night.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And since entering the league as a second-round pick, Trey Jones has shown tremendous growth, Richard.
He is a playmaker who really knows how to take care of the ball. Already a solid mid-range shooter and continues to work on his three-point shot.
They've been taking care of business.
Especially at the offensive end, where they've been totally in sync.
And no good. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Jackson, the screen. Smart against Jones. Smart passes to Jackson. That three's off the mark. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Spurs. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up. Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Now here's Collins.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And the free throw is good.
Substitution of court.
And we're now about a minute into the second quarter of play. Outside Bain. Picked by Aldama. Bain into the lane, and he knocks it down. He's 3 of 5 now from the floor.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
On the court for the Grizzlies. Smart and Bain in the backcourt together. Brandon Clark out there with Santi Aldama. And Williams in at the 3, the small forward. Down low. Here's Clark. Oh, he misses the go-ahead basket.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Mavericks. Mavericks just played phenomenal. He scored 45 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. You look at his stats overall, he was just everywhere that night. Brian?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Wembanyama, screen on Bain. San Antonio again missing.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
Pass to Clark. Inside. Aldama, no good.
Nice contest, a high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
Oh, nice shot by Mr. Clutch.
Something you know MP and his team have on their mind, trying to extend their win streak to 5.
They've enjoyed a nice little stretch here lately. You can see the confidence they've played with. Now here's Bain. Really played well against Golden State in his last game. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Wembanyama, screen on Smart. Mr. Clutch. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
He got a 3 to fall in the first, and now his second in this quarter. Not a trend the defense wants to see.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Bain, no good.
It's hard not to want payback when you give up a 3 at the other end, but it can force you to rush things.
RJ, you watch Desmond Bain. He plays with a giant chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, not highly recruited out of high school, playing 4 years in college. Bain was the last pick of the 2020 first round, and let me just say he plays like he's been slighted.
All right, now a timeout called by Memphis. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question.
And another miss by Memphis.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Smart against Jones. Jackson with a screen on Jones. To the inside. Jackson, the pass to Kennard. 6 to shoot. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. Pass to Mr. Clutch. For 3. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Kennard outside. And here's Jackson. To win the drought. No luck on that one.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
A nice shot by Mr. Clutch.
It took him a bit to get going, but he's really got that 3 working now.
Smart for 3. And that's not going to go. And so it's San Antonio feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. Boy, they've been playing at a fast pace, beating the defense in transition and adding to that big lead. More 2K action in just a moment.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
When I look at San Antonio, they're playing up to expectations. Maybe they like to be doing more than that, but I think they're ready to make some noise in the playoffs. That's when you turn up.
And now let's talk about our game at hand. What a first half for the Spurs.
Hey, this is their style of basketball. Pushing the tempo, getting easy points in transition. Literally, they're running away with this game.
Yeah, they're running off made shots. They don't care.
Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. So, Grant, if you were a GM and you could choose one young player to build around, who would it be?
Wow, that's a great question. I mean, BA, I think you have to go with Victor Wembanyama. I know he's a young fella. He just got drafted. But the upside is so huge for this young man. His talent, his skill, his size. He is the next iteration of Kevin Durant, in my opinion. and I would go with him. He's got a lot of runway in front of him, a lot of years to get better, get stronger, and to win championships.
Inside at the 4 and 5, it's Sohan and Wembanyama. Then it's Keldon Johnson. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. Here's Smart. The Spurs making their last shot. And there's the foul. It's on Keldon Johnson. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Spurs. Pass to Smart. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Devin Vassell's game is more varied than he's given credit for. He said, quote, when I first got drafted, 3-and-D was the label, but I'm more than that. I excel at all 3 levels. But people throw labels around, and it's fine with me. At the end of the day, I just try and hoop and prove people wrong. Brian?
That's all it takes. He's a man on a mission. Thanks, Allie.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Now here's Smart. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. And the basket by Bane.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in a rhythm on the offense right now.
Richard, if you think about Smart, he's such a dependable player at both ends of the floor.
Especially on the defensive end, he is a lockdown guy. When he won Defensive Player of the Year in 22, he was the first guard to do it in 26 years since Gary Payton. That tells you the type of impact he can have.
A moment here to see who the top rookie rebounders have been over the last 10 games. Victor Wembanyama, number 1.
They've given him the minutes to see what he can do, and he's done a great job helping them control the glass.
Outside Bane. Pass to Jackson. Over Wembanyama. Rebound San Antonio. Wembanyama's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Mr. Clutch. No good on the triple.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Outside Bane. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bane's got 17 points.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Pure from 3-point range.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Jones against Smart to the middle. Jackson left side. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Mr. Clutch can't hit. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Here's Bane. Count that bucket. Bane's got 12 points here in the second half.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them this quarter especially.
And the Spurs with some changes. Collins comes in for Wembanyama. And it's Osman in for Sohan. Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Kennard comes in for Bane. Here's Mr. Clutch. Give him 23. He drops it from range. Mr. Clutch has got 6 in the quarter.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. Let's see the stat sheet here for him.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
From deep. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Jackson. 55 seconds left in the third quarter.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
44 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Smart outside. Pass to Kennard. Can they get it? And another miss by Memphis. San Antonio's gone 4 of 7 from 3. A good percentage in the third quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. Misses the 3. And here's Smart. He'll bring it up for Memphis. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. And he lobs it up. And the dunk by Jackson.
Goodness, Jackson off the sweet pass. Throw it up to him. Jaren knows what to do.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Three-pointer, no good. And so it's San Antonio ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. A big difference in shooting percentage. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision.
Substitution here for Memphis. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Aldama. Williams is checked in for Stevens. And Smart subbed in for Kennard. On the court right now for the Grizzlies. Smart and Bain in the backcourt together. Jackson out there with Jackson. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Jones' his shot is good.
Changing ends quickly. Scoring before the defense can set up. They've been doing it all game.
Yeah, and that's made a huge difference. They're making the most of the chances on the break. Transition buckets decide more games than people think.
The 3 from Bain. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
To the wing, right side. Sohan, the pass to Mr. Clutch. Five to shoot. Inside. Stolen by Jackson. Smart against Jones. Good on the shot.
Look, and if you're the defense, you have to honor Marcus Smart's mid-range, Jay, or else that's exactly what's going to happen.
They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
A nice shot by Mr. Clutch.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Bain, no good. The Spurs have gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter. Mr. Clutch. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Pass to Bain. Goes up at the stripe. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Spurs.
I'd say the rim protection really turned things around in their favor.
Yeah, their defensive rotations have been superb. They've been trying to challenge every shot. I love their effort.
And in the big picture, this marks their 43rd win of the year.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Mr. Clutch.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. To the paint. Jackson, the pass to Smart. Kicks it out to Jackson. From downtown. That's good. And it's Smart with the assist.
Well, great point guards keep their eyes up on the court. Young players should watch how Smart goes about this man's business.
Here's Mr. Clutch, guarded by Bain. Ooh, he dialed that one up from long distance. Mr. Clutch has got 41.
And just a beautiful looking shot from long range.
And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one.
But it's a great way to diversify your lineup and add a lot of fresh talent.